Hi everyone, this is Needle Ninja, and today I'm going to demonstrate another way of parking which I really enjoy in this moment, and it is parking the thread 20 stitches by 10 rows, so 20 by 10 block. Hope you can enjoy. Okay, so what is there to know? These are my already park threads, and we will be working in this block. So let me separate my park threads. This is the, I hope you can see, this is the last thread in this block, because I always park my thread in a left low hole. Okay, so let me pull these guys up, and this is another block of park thread which I'm not going to use in this moment. And first of all, what I do is I find these guys, those are my ended threads from previous block. So I always pull these, the thread I want it to end, like 1 2 3 3 rows in the next grid, and I just do this diagonal stitch and let the tail hang there. So I know this is my thread I can cut after I finish my 20 by 10 block. So I'm sure there will be nothing new for most of you, because this is a usual like 10 by 10 grid parking. I just don't do 10 by 10, I do 20 by 10. Why is it? Now I'm looking for another ended thread, so there is none. So okay, I can pull these guys up. Okay, so we can see nicely. So why I do 20 by 10? Well, 10 by 10 is too small for me, I think. I don't like bumping to these grid lines really soon. So yeah, I kind of like to work in this. It feels more free. Okay, so anyway, let me start my pattern keeper so I can explain how I do that, and you can see what I'm actually doing. Okay, I think we're good. So first what I do, I find the lowest park thread, which is this one, and in the pattern it's this symbol. So all of my other park threads I pull up, and I just pull the last one. So it's this 3858 color number, and I stitch it, and because it's the last stitch on the grid line, I will just park the thread in the next block, 20 by 10 block, and let it hang. And that's what I do. Then we will find another lowest park thread, and as you can see, this is the only one here. And if we take a look, there is no more of him. So I'll pull my thread under the 10 rows and end it somewhere in a second or third line, the way like this, and I'll snip the tail. Okay, not in the first, or why I choose the second or third line of ending my thread? It's because usually when you park your thread the most park thread will be in the first or second line. So actually, yeah, I should do it in a third line. It will be better, but well, yeah, anyway. So that's why I'm trying to end my thread like third line under this grid line. Okay, so I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I do, but I'm not good at explaining, so sorry. Okay, this next thread will be this one, and you can see all these threads, so many confetti in this section. And actually why I like this method, it's because, well, I think it's really good method for if you have a lot of like confetti heavy area. And while I really enjoy my snake method, parking row by row, well, in this case and in this particular pattern, it's kind of, a lot of threading. So I enjoy this way in this moment. And we park the thread in the second row. Okay, so maybe for you guys who are not how do you say it, who are trying to figure out the parking, maybe I can help you, or maybe you can get some idea of how to do that, or maybe you will feel more, how do you say, comfortable with trying it. Trust me, it looks messy and it looks difficult, but it's not. And it's really organized, so that's what I like. Can you follow what I'm doing? So I'll park it here and I mark these guys. So on a pattern keeper you can see all of my already stitched stitches, and we go for another, the lowest symbol, which is parked. It's this one, and looks like he's, again, this is the only guy there. So let's check. I will pull my thread like 2 grid lines under if I can find the same symbol around here, but looks like there's none. So let me end it, and this time, okay, we were here, so I will pull him 10 rows under, and I will come to the third row. Okay, done. So which one will be next? Let's take this one, which is number 610. So the only rule, the really important rule is every time you park your thread, you should park it in the same hole. Like, next one will be this stitch, and I always park my thread in a low left hole. So my stitch will go this way after I'll move to that. Okay, so in that case you will always have your thread in the same hole, and you'll know which color is which. Okay, next one, let's take, this is the one. So let's work him. Why did I change it? Well, actually this pattern, it's I'm trying everything with this one. I also start with the cross-country stitching, which I enjoyed at first, and then when I got to very confetti area, it was like really difficult to find the hole and stick the needle in it, so not so much enjoyment anymore. The start was really perfect. The starting the new page or starting the new project with the cross country, it was really fun. It was so smooth, but when it gets, a lot of stitches around, well, yeah, I was kind of lost. So I came back to my parking method, my row by row, which oh, am I making a mistake? What is this? Oh yes, where am I? Okay, I need the frog, so this one. Which one was the last one? This one? No. This one? Oh, come on, what am I doing? This should be this one. This one. Sorry. Come on. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Now, one thing, I find this method a little bit, well, maybe because it's just because I'm not used to, but I'm making more mistakes than when I'm stitching row by row. But I think it's just practice. So. Okay, and actually, so once you have your thread, which you are working with, doesn't matter which hole you start in. What matters is where you park which hole you park your thread. That's the only thing that matters. And looks like we're done with this color. So I will end it. Okay, and mark it. Let's go for the next one. Let's take this one here, which is which is the color which goes over the grid line, but because I like to do some feathering on the side, which means that so I don't have these, lines in my already stitched area. So I will do it this way and go again over the grid line. So can you tell I don't care which hole I'm using. and why not, let's go for this one too. To the next block, which we will park in the left low corner. Oh no, there's one more stitch. Okay. There's one more stitch in here. Oh, this one, right? Okay. So yeah, and let's park it. Mark, park. Okay, done with this color. So I'm sure you got the idea, and I'm continuing to looking for a lowest park thread. And why I do that, because then if I pull this one, for example, if I start with this thread, you know, I will have to, you know, do this to find the holes. So that's why I pull them all up and start with the lowest, so that then I have a free spaces and free holes. And this is the symbol I'll be stitching next. So and because this is kind of, you know, I finish it around here, so maybe if I pull my thread, I can end my thread in this grid line. But because there is already, you know, like beautifully ended threads, I will go over the 10 block and end it. Cool. Number 2 will be next. So I know, pretty heavy, confetti heavy area, right? And yeah, this thread is kind of short, so I will end it in a same hole as one of those other threads. So I have to be careful when I'm pulling it out, but well, it works, so no problem there. Okay, which one will we do next? Let's do this one, which is this guy. So after I finish stitching with my already parked threads, I will just pick the new color and start my thread with a loop start. So let's say, I don't know how long can this video be, if I can show you everything. Let's say that we finish all these threads here, right? So I finished this one also. So it's almost, the most of this 20 by 10 block will be stitched, but there will be, sure, there will be some stitches which are stitches of new color, which I didn't have parked. So I will just, let's say, okay, this color, we don't have that, right? We don't have it. So I will start from the left top corner I will find the colors which I don't have, and I will start this symbol 838 with a loop start, and I will work it the same way as I do this. After I finish this guy, looks like we don't have this one, so just the loop start, looks like that's the only stitch for it, and I'll end it, and I will work my way till I've clear and stitched all the stitches in this block. Okay, so I'm sure you know what I mean. And where were we? We are stitching. Okay, I stitched this one, right, and I park it. Okay, yeah, I park it and I cut it, sorry, there. So go for next one, this guy. And looks like that's it. So yeah, a lot of ending the threads in this part of the project. Oh, sorry. Next one, just ninja thread, ninja stitch. A lot of ninja stitches. I think I'm starting to stitch her arm. I'm not sure. Yeah. Let's park it here. So I always have to think, like, if I go straight down, there is almost all the stitches are already stitched, so maybe this thread will not be covered. So I have to think about how the thread will be covered with the stitches on the other side. So yeah, sometimes it's a little bit difficult than it should be, but still manageable. Okay, next one, this green one. See, can you see? There's only 3. Look at the pattern keeper. This color, this pattern calls for only 3 stitches, and I'm going to do one of those 3 stitches now. And just, I'm curious, of course, where can I find that stitch? Okay, those 2 other stitches, they will be somewhere. This is interesting. Okay, end it. Okay, look. Haha, only 2. 2 left. So I will get my 0 really soon. Or maybe not. Okay, let's go for this guy. There's a lot of stitches of this one. Okay, so in this case, yeah, of course I can do this one, but because inside of this color there is this color, so I'll rather do, it really doesn't matter, it's just my personal preference. I will do this color first. and then I will just cover the area around with the other color. Okay. This particular part which I picked for for this video is really extremely confetti heavy, so now you have an idea what it looks like, and tell me the truth, it's not always this difficult. So I can go with this color. Let me check this one. Okay, see, there is only one symbol, so if I do this one and if I pull the thread under, it will get covered with all the stitches. See, now I can pull it and end it up here, end it here. How about this one? Okay, we should do that because it's crossing to the right side of the grid line, so I can cover my stitches again. Are you still enjoying? Can you understand what I'm trying to say or show? Here. So it's just basically you're just picking your parking threads, which you park in always in the same hole, doesn't matter which one, doesn't have to be the lower left as I do. It's totally up to you which hole you decide, but it'll always have to be the same one, so try to stick with that. And after you pick the thread, it's actually just a kind of cross-country stitching within that one block. No, yeah, in my case 20 by 10 block. And one more thing, for me, really cannot imagine stitching without the grid lines. For me, it's must-have thing. I see more and more of you who are not gridding. Well, I don't understand how you can do that. It's just amazing. But I always liked, I always liked this kind of, oh no, I cannot park that way. This is good. No, yes, no, sorry, I'm panicking. Am I right? Yeah, I am. One more there. So that's, I wanted to say that I always liked, the geometrical stuff, the lines, and it always gave me like a clear way to understand and to see the things. So that's why, yeah, definitely gridding for me is must have. And on this particular project I grid with the which one? This is black, so I gridded with the friction ball pen, which is erasable by heat. And so before I wash this project, I need to iron it or use my hair dryer to erase the lines before I wash it, because it will be kind of mess. But anyway, if the lines get, you know, how do you say, blurry, no, what do you say, blurry? Okay, I cannot say that. Blurry. Sorry. You can always erase them by heat, so. Blurry. Okay, that's a difficult word. Okay, and we are 30 minutes into stitching, so I'll be ending this thread and I will need to say bye. Maybe I will stitch a little bit more and show you how it goes. So anyway, okay, let me mark these. So what I'm going to do next is just the same way. I'll be picking up my bark threads and okay, this one stitched. Oh, come on. So I'll be picking up my bark threads, work them till this grid line, park them in the next block, and after I finish these guys, I will just start the first thread, which is not park, with a loop start and work it the same way till the end of the grid line. So yeah, this is the way I do it in this moment, and this is the way I do it. This is the way I enjoy it in this moment and for this particular project. So I hope you enjoyed, and maybe you will give it a try, or you're already doing that and you found something that I'm doing wrong. So please don't hesitate and tell me if you have some tips or ideas. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm wishing you to have a nice day and happy stitching, my dear friends. Bye.